Dade here on KWN today. It has been a chilly morning around the tri-state area. This early, almost. I think the commissioner you were just talking about is almost like a fall morning.
Yeah, the air was coming directly out of the north when I got up this morning. It was cool and cold. And it did feel a little bit like fall.
Not bad. A little reminiscent of that winter's not too far in the rearview mirror.
That's right.
And but anyway, it's kind of nice. Got to be pretty nice weather over the next few days. I know that we got a lot of activity going on here in Dade County, being the halfway point between Bristol and Virginia City there, with and then all the way to Meridian, Mississippi, with US 11 Antique Alley.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out this morning, more than I figured they would be, and got a lot of people selling down at the Four Fields. That's working out real good this year. We've got, I think Stacy said that just Thursday they had like 25 had already submitted, the money there for the slots, and there was people setting up this morning. And it's good, it's a good thing. Brings people in, passing through.
Be a lot of people spending money with local folks, and of course the restaurants and different things. That'll be I guess from your perspective, it's always good to have people come in and spend tax dollars.
That's right. That's exactly right.
As they travel through. It's an annual event. It's always the week after Mother's Day. And it was originally put together with the late Bill Marshall.
That's right.
It's kind of his idea to do that, to make Trenton the midway point.
That's right. He really promoted that for the first few years, and it was a big deal. Mm-hmm. I remember the first year they had it, and the second year it was bumper to bumper traffic. I mean, it was amazing the people that actually came through here, and I know it was the most traffic we'd seen in Rutherford in many years on 11. Unless they rerouted the interstate, and we did that. But it was, and it's not as big as it used to be. But and another thing, it kind of hurts. I think it's hurting. We're going to hurt them this year. Of course, the gas. There's a little scarcity on the gas as far as getting fuel, and thank goodness they've got the pipeline up and running now, from what they've said on the news, and that's good. But all in all, I need to get out and just have a good weekend. It's going to be a pretty weekend from the looks of it, and enjoy, ride around, and just see. You might find a treasure.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I collect those old radios, so I'm sure I'll try to take a look and see if I can see one. One of the things we do want to remind folks is the fact to be careful on Highway 11. There will be a lot of folks that are not familiar with the area coming through. There'll be a lot of out-of-state tags and a lot of frequent stops.
That's right.
And they'll see something and hit the brakes, and
yep.
So just be careful out there. We've been very fortunate over the years.
That's right. Yeah.
With traffic, but
had a few fender benders, but nothing. I mean, I always worry about someone getting run over. Just because they'll cross the road and not even think about it, going from one side to the other, and it's dangerous, and plus the children. I always keep them hold their hand. Crossing the road or anywhere they're close to a road anyway, state road. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, we've been talking about. It seems like we left the Lookout Lake Dam project that we talked about for months and months,
yep.
And now got that all taken care of at the end of last year, and we moved on to another project that is taking. I know that taking longer than what you expected.
Well, we're at the end of it. We just this weather threw us all off this past week, because this morning would be laying stripes down, getting ready to open the road up this week. But it threw us a whole week off of this moisture, and you just cannot put. We're not going to mess up and put the asphalt down and worry about the moisture underneath and it coming up in a few years. We want to do it right, and we've got everything set up again, to start laying it Monday. Billy, we talked about it yesterday, and then we've got our striping people coming in the following week, the following Monday, to be putting the striping and the safety lines down, and hopefully that's our plan, And if it hadn't been for the weather, of course we can't control the weather, but it's ready, other than the blacktop, we've got it ready. So just ask people to bear with us on it.
So you think this time next week it'll be open, you hope?
Well, if they'll be striping it, we'll put it that way. This time next week. The pavements will be done the following Monday. We can't get the striping people in here we had them on call here for this week, and it didn't work out. So we can't open until we get the lines down on the pavement.
Now, are you going to be paving the whole road?
The entire, yeah. It'll be
from 136 to 301.
That's right. Yeah. We'll do probably the non-skid paving all the way. We'll do all the way up. It'll be a totally new road bed and pavement and lines and everything all the way through there.
Well, I think that's a very good, wise move to put that non-skid.
Oh yeah. Anything we do on the side of the mountain anymore, any Burkhalter, Hell's Gap, anywhere, we're gonna use non-skid. It costs a little bit more, but we found that it really works. In those curves over in Piney that we fix there, where Mark Cagle's got those rental storage buildings. That curve, they were having a wreck almost every 2 or 3 weeks there when it rained, and we went back and put that non-skid on there, and it's just amazing the grip that it's got when you go around when it is raining. So it does work, and it's worth the money to do that. So, but that's anyway, that's our plans on County Road 6, and hopefully, it looks like the weather is going to work with us. Hopefully it's next week, and we can have some real positive results by the end of the week. And then our stripers will be in there and get that done, and we can open that thing back up, for the people.
And of course, you get the budget process continuing here.
That's where I'm going
June
when I leave
1st.
here. Yeah, we've been working on that for days and days, and we've got the sheriff.
I guess actually it starts July 1st, but you have to go through. You have to go through. It takes really the month of June to get it approved.
You have to, see, because you've got advertisements you've got to do. You've got it's just it's a whole. Protocol, call it what you want. It's a whole process you have to go through before you get to that point, and so we've got the sheriff and the jail will be in there today. This morning when I leave here, that usually takes a long time to go through the sheriff's budget, and then the jail budget is a separate budget, even though he's in charge of both of them. But so that's we hope to maybe wind those two up today, and but it's a process. It's a slow process, but it's something that. It's that time of the year, as I always say. It's necessary, and it's critical because that's what determines, when at the end result. That's that's how much money we've got to have to operate the county.
And a lot of people, don't realize the fact that you get only about a third of the money that operates the county actually comes from taxpayers.
From property tax.
That's
property right. That's exactly right. Yeah,
you get a lot of money from different areas.
That's right.
But a third of the operating, and I'm just going to use this as a general because it may be over a little bit, but $10 million. So about $3 million comes from three and a half comes from property tax.
From property tax. The rest of it we depend on. We of course we use our loss. We've got. Our what we call insurance tax comes in. We get tax from the railroad, tax from the our power companies, TVA lines that cross. So it's there's a lot to it. But your property taxes, like you said, that you pay, it only operates about a third of the county of our operating costs anyway.
Can you tell us any more about the second or third, I guess this would be the second or maybe the third round of money that the states and then the counties are going to get from the stimulus that was passed for COVID here just a few months ago?
Well, really a few days ago. It was actually, they opened up.
They unleashed the money.
Portal, it was open, yeah. Well, we're actually like all the counties inside of Georgia. It's amazing. We've got a website there that actually, that updates us, and we're in contact with our ACCG, and there's a lot going on. They're trying to actually get everything signed, every county, and get in line, I guess you would say, or get registered for this. But we've got everything as of this morning. As of like 45 minutes ago, an hour ago, Don and I, we finalized everything. He worked last night late, and he'd emailed me last night at 7, 8 o'clock. But we've got everything taken care of as far as Dade County is concerned for the federal government. And now, kind of, I guess you might say the ball's in their court. And a lot of counties have not. A lot of them kind of.
We're scheduled to receive a little over $3 million just for the county, correct?
That's if it. That's what's showing.
That's
what's
there.
showing, But and the way it's supposed to be dispersed right now, from what they're saying, is you'll receive 50% of it, and then later on up into the fall, I think, from what I understand, you'll resubmit, what you spent, and there's different things you can spend it on, different things you can't spend it on, and then you'll receive the rest of it, But a lot of counties kind of were, and I'm talking about in Georgia because we can keep up with that, we deal with that, but they were kind of laid back and didn't do a lot of the early, paperwork, and so they're really kind of cram it right now. There's a lot of people, a lot of things going on today. I mean, as we speak, trying to get this in to them, and so, but we're kind of ahead of the ball game, and we're going to, like I said, we've put it kind of in their court, and we will. We'll keep you updated on that.
Can you share with us, if any? I know that you and I talked about it at some point. Well, actually, I'd seen the state officials reach out because it was coming from the federal government, and they was going to be talk about restrictions or things that counties could and could not do on taxation. What was the end result on that, or do you even know at this point?
Really, right now it's not clear. There's a 150-page document right now that Don has in there, and I've got a copy of it. And you read through it, and it's there's areas there that you can read, and then you'll read, and then 2 pages over or 2 paragraphs in, it'll contradict itself. So it's going to be a lot of things that we've got to really, really study, on as far as and I don't know whether you're talking about. We talked about this one time about it actually binding you to certain things if you take this money.
Right.
That's my word. That was my
yeah.
word.
That's what I was talking about. One of them was, I think our Attorney General in the state had written for an opinion, if you will, because there was talk that it would, if you took the money, then the local governments would be binded on whether they could tax or not tax, raise taxes, lower taxes, or whatever.
That's not. We've not found that in there,
and maybe they took that stipulation out, but
there is some things in there, though. There is some things in there that it's kind of, counties, they've separated them from cities, from municipalities, and their money actually, if you're 50,000 and less, all that money is going to go through the state, and then they'll disperse it to the cities. Counties are coming direct to the county, and there's some things I've actually read in there that actually, county or the cities need to be aware of. I mean, really, on some of the things, as far as just like you said, and I don't know why that they broke the two out separately like that. I mean, because it's kind of unusual. But I guess some counties, like we're fortunate, we just got one city that we deal with. But there's some counties that got 7, 8, multiple cities. But all in all, we've not found a tremendous, any. Very, very few negatives. I put it that way, to it.
Well, that is good. I mean,
the only negative is, it worries you. It is, there's nothing free in this world, and it's tax money. I mean, and somebody's going to pay that, and we already,
it's borrowed money from generations you're not yet to even be born.
We're trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, the United States, and it just worries me, that this is there, and it's, we're almost, you might say, just keep digging the hole deeper and deeper, and so, but anyway, but that's where we stand on that right now. I mean, as far as the money, and whether, when it comes down to it, whether we accept it or not, that's,
Was that something that you'll have to decide at some point, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you would, if the commission was to decide.
Well, if the commission will decide where we spend it, the money will be available.
So the money's going to be there.
Yeah, the money. Well, according on paper it is.
Right.
You don't see it. That's just like anything. You don't see it. Don't believe it until you see it.
They hadn't put it into the county's bank account.
Yeah, because our $3 million is a tremendous amount of money.
That's a lot of money.
Dade County, but in some of these counties, that's nothing. That's not even. I mean, like Walker County, they're receiving 12.7 million.
It's almost $13 million.
Almost $13 million, for that one county. So you can imagine what some of these counties, $20-30 million, and so it's but we're gonna look at it, and like I said, we've got everything that that we were supposed to do up till this morning. We've got all of our stuff taken care of. Don's worked real hard on it, and we'll keep everybody updated on it.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Anything else you want to we want to touch on here?
Just nothing major. Just that, like you said, be careful, on US 11, down through here, and also, our mowers are out, and that's maybe a minor thing talking about it, but it's not when you're out here on these roads of ours, curvy roads, and it's dangerous. But just kind of be precautious on them. They when they're in your neighborhood, they've got their signs out, mowers. So just kind of pay attention to that. And but other than that, I've got a couple of things here too. Well, most people know, Kerry, I know posted Dollar General. It's open down south of Trenton here, and they were down there putting up some more signage this morning when I came through.
So they're open for business?
They're open for business, yeah. Where you been?
Open
Yeah,
Tuesday.
man, they opened last week, didn't they?
Hadn't heard a thing.
Yeah.
And
Monday or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday, yeah.
Because I was by there, didn't have many cars in the parking lot of it, and I thought it was working.
Well, they were loaded this morning. I guess there were people working or whatever. They was early this morning. They were in there working, but they are open for business. And
I see that we're looking outside here at our Dollar General in the Grove Shopping Center. They got a truck. They're unloading a truck here right now. So
yeah. Well, that's good. As long as you're not loading one up. That's,
no, looks like they're unloading.
But
Best I can tell.
Also, the 12 and up vaccine that this is all new on the news. They've approved that. Our health department is giving that, and that's through appointments only. I guess, Kerry, right? You have to call and get an appointment on that.
So 12 and up.
Yeah, 12 and up.
They've got a new. They've got a new vaccine. Because it was before, it's only
Pfizer,
16 and up. So 12 and up can now get the
that's
shot.
Right.
That is if the parents want them to.
The parents, and from what I understand, the parents need to be there, or you can't just send your child. You got to be there and not just send them in with a form. They need to be there, from what I understand, or a guardian with a child. And
you're exactly right.
Also, the primary, they're still they're taking appointments, and they like once or twice a week they go down to the pool fields. They're still giving the vaccine there. You drive through, and of course our health department also. But just there's no reason at all if you feel that you want to be vaccinated. That we've got plenty of vaccine, and it's totally up to you. I mean, and so that's your own decision. But there's no reason that you can't get it as far as our part goes.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Just a lot of things going on. US 11 Antique Alley. Be careful. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all up and down US Highway 11. How can they get in touch with you?
Just call me on my cell, 423-667-8999. That's my cell number, or 657-4625. That's our office number, and our other commissioners we've got here, their numbers are readily available there on the line, and they're just like me. They answer their phone or they'll call you back, and we'll try to be there if you need us. Just give us a call, and we'll try to help you if we possibly can.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you as always for coming in every Thursday morning here on the KWN Today program.